Ask anyone what they remember of the swinging 60s, and they'll probably mention the Beatles, Mary Quant, and the E-Type Jaguar. When it came out in 1961, the E-Type really stood the fast car business on its head. Here was a 150-mile-an-hour car which cost half as much as an Aston Martin with the same performance, 1/3 as much as a Bentley. It really took the leafing cap right to the top of the tree. But here on a secluded farm in East Sussex, the good times still roll. Eagle E-Types builds Jaguar sports cars to a higher standard than they ever left the Coventry factory. The amazing lines are exactly reproduced, but if a buyer wants it, Eagle can give a car some subtle modifications so it can cope better with today's roads. Henry Pearman is Eagle's driving force. So, Henry, you've been a car nut all your life.
Yeah.
But why did you major on the E-Type of all cars? There's thousands of them, after all.
Well, I think like most people, it goes back to childhood and remembering the old milk tray advert when they were jumping over the bridge, and ever since then, I had focus on E-Types and thought, I've got to have one.
And this is the kind of car you produce?
That's right, yeah, that's one that we've recently finished, which we literally start from scratch with. This is the workshop where they actually start to look like cars again.
Gosh, you keep it like a surgery. Wow. So this is a car in the basic condition before you start building it up.
First of this has now come out from the body shop, and all we'll use on an original car normally is this front section here, the bulkhead. Then
Really?
The rest of the car is completely brand new.
So how about these tubes, Henry? They're the ones that support the engine.
Well, they can look good on the outside, but if you shake an original, you'll hear usually loose rust inside, so we automatically fit new throughout.
It still doesn't look too much like an E-Type.
We'll take a look at this one, Steve. This is one that we've recently finished.
Oh, what a beautiful engine. This is XK 4.2, isn't it?
That's right.
Look at these cam covers. I think they're the most beautiful cam covers in the world. But I see the header tanks here. They used to rust, didn't they?
They did, yeah. These days we fit a brass replacement, which solves the problem.
And the triple SUs, do they cope with modern petrol okay?
Yeah, they're not a problem. We also offer a full unleaded conversion where we fit stainless steel valves and bronze valve guides and alloy inserts, which will solve the problems.
And they still go fine?
They do, yeah. It just gives them a much longer life if you're going to run them unleaded all the time.
I see. That's important. Means you can run one day to day.
This is the first stage where the bulkhead's going on the jig and getting it lined up with the new core assembly.
Oh.
And then obviously we move on to a shell in its later stages.
Right.
And then continue into the paint process through here.
Right, so I see. This is where they're painted.
That's right, yes. As you can see, we finally solved how to paint an E-Type bonnet.
I see it's suspended from the ceiling.
That's right.
Presumably this is in the very last throes of before it's being painted, is it?
That's right. Preparation is like 95% of the job. The colour going on is the final part.
Oh, I see. It's easy stuff, is it?
Not necessarily.
The E-Type was a towering success, as much on the track as in the showroom. Even Jaguar were taken totally by surprise. They set out to build 1,000 E's and finished up making 72,000 of them over 14 years. It was an enormous export success. Some of those exported cars are now in bits on Henry Pearman's shelves.
We've got 12 years worth of collecting E-Type parts here.
Where are the rare things?
Well, things like this, these are the carb return spring brackets, are the sort of thing which is difficult to get in original condition. And then moving on to things like E-Type speedos in kilometres and miles per hour, carburetor intake manifolds, brake kits, suspension kits, drop links. We've got heater boxes, we've got the cowlings for radiators. We've basically got everything that you need to build a car.
But it all comes together like this. Henry handed me the keys and I headed for the open road. I was expecting this E-Type to be lovely, but what I wasn't prepared for was the sheer solidity, the way it glided over bumps without even a squeak. E-Types were not like that, believe me. The view from where I'm sitting must be one of the greatest in motoring. And from here I can see a whole sculpture of louvers, bumps, bulges. It's about the most complicated bonnet I've ever seen in my life and one of the most inspiring. The best thing about it is that underneath it lurks an engine which is fully worthy of the evocative shape of the car. It's got 265 brake horsepower, which gives it the sort of performance that would still distinguish a performance car today, and yet this car is 27 years old. This dashboard here is also more pure sports car. It's got everything that was considered to be great in the 60s and is still considered to be great today. Very clear instruments, lovely wood-rimmed steering wheel. Look at these alloy spokes, beautiful. This gearbox was beautiful, accurate and surprisingly quick. Steering was great too. And when you pointed it at a corner, it was stable and had loads of grip. So, what's the bottom line? You won't be surprised to learn that it's not cheap. But for the same price as a modern Porsche 911, you get one heck of a lot of hand-built car for your money. Henry, thanks very much indeed. I had a wonderful day and I think the cars are fantastic.
You're more than welcome, Steve. Thank you.
And the check's in the post. On it.